represented to?
Right.
Represented.
So we approved this, but you're coming back with some other changes?
Yeah, we are not adding any more on second floor, so we are just adding a deck on it, that's all we are doing. I'm putting some,
So the first submission last year was a lot of
yeah,
stuff, and then you came back and did something smaller,
Mm-hmm.
and now you're back to doing something.
yeah,
Even smaller.
right,
Okay.
So the scope of work is just, are you gonna do new siding on the house?
Yes.
And windows and then the deck?
Yeah, so the plans presented were not representative of what the applicant was proposing. The board asked the applicant to return with accurate drawings with existing drawings and proposed drawings.
So you're just going from clapboard to board and battens, looks like?
yeah.
Are you changing windows?
Yeah, the windows are changed on the front.
The windows gonna be replaced with kind, like same locations in some of them, but there's one or two new ones in new locations.
On the
But
front?
they're all being replaced with high energy U value.
Okay.
Are you the architect?
I'm representing the architect, the signing architect, Sajad. So my name is Nishal Arjun.
What's happening with the door on the south side? It's being removed?
The door on the south side. No, you're talking about, there's no, oh, that door is being removed, yes. Because there's a bathroom being put in that location. That was where the old deck was, and we're removing the deck, so we're removing the door.
But we will be later, we will, inspector told us that we will later, if you can come with us with the, because we need the variance. So we want to add some bedroom in the back, so where the deck is right now. So variance gonna take time, so he said we're gonna get the permit and they can add later, or we can do, and we get the approval, because it's gonna take more than 3 months if we get the approval.
So the deck isn't part of this?
The front deck is a part of it, but
Okay.
on the side deck is removing, we are removing that,
Okay.
the back side deck,
Existing.
yes.
Okay.
Because that deck, he said, it's not, never been, approved from the part of the building. So we have to remove that, I said, okay, no problem, we will remove it,
So you're just proposing the front deck right now?
yes,
Yes,
Well, and then all the window changes.
yes.
And so, yeah, siding and such, but.
I guess we always frown upon blank walls, so by taking out that door and putting a bathroom there, is there any way you can reconfigure the toilet and sink so you can put a small window in that bathroom? Just so you don't have so much blank wall.
well, that blank wall is only a portion of the entire facade. And it's
Oh, I
the
know,
door,
but it used to have three, 2 windows and a door, and now it has just two.
two windows,
Two
and
windows.
that window on where the kitchen is actually getting larger.
Looks the same to me. I mean, I think you're making improvements, but I think we'd like to see, especially above the garage, I know your answer is gonna be you're putting a bed there. But is there any way you could put, a window above the garage and then reconfigure your toilet?
That's an existing condition, like, we're not, you want us to add a window there? But we're not gonna have enough
We
wall
would
space.
suggest it.
Well, we're not gonna have enough
But-
wall space for like a bed.
Right.
No, we have a window on the left and we have a window on the right.
Is that the front elevation basically? That's not the front
Yeah.
door. Oh,
That's
no,
the-
the
The
garage.
garage is on the north elevation.
I see, okay. But we can't push too much if it doesn't exist, but the bathroom window, I'd love to see, it looks like a typical 5x7 bathroom, you could rotate the toilet and sink the other way, so you can put a window back on that wall.
You're not designing the inside of the space.
What's that?
You're not to comment on the inside of the space.
Only
And
as
then
it affects only as
design
it
their
affects the
bathroom.
outside.
Just so you know, that's Steve Davis on the line.
Oh, hey, Steve, just only as it affects the outside. I mean, those, in order to put a window there, then reconfigure the bathroom or whatever's inside that needs to work. But we'd like to see a window back on that little recess.
Maybe it could be
Okay,
a slightly high window, but
okay,
it's a toilet and a sink.
can be
I guess it got a
possible?
mirror there.
What we could do is switch the sink and the toilet bowl and put in a small window over the toilet bowl.
Mhm.
It's going from a big door to a small window. I mean, that's as much as I can put in there.
It's better to see something there, so.
But the other, okay, I mean, because because later on in the future, I think the owner is interested in putting in, going for a variance to put in an extension on that side. So that's why we didn't put in the window.
Mm-hmm.
You're putting in two already though, right?
Putting into what?
Windows on that side.
Let me see.
No, I mean,
No, that
whether-
window exists. We're just replacing it.
Yeah,
Right.
okay.
So
It's just
whether
the
you
kitchen
do,
the kitchen window is being replaced with a bigger one. And then the one where the bedroom is in bedroom 2 is just being replaced with an exact size.
Mhm.
yeah, we can't anticipate that the addition's gonna go through or not, if you're actually gonna do it, because this is the third time we've seen this house, and it's changed significantly. So I don't know if the others agree with me, but I just like to see a window there. If it's somewhat of a simple markup, you can mark it up and we'll come back to us later tonight and we'll look at it again.
Okay, is that okay with you, Mohammed?
Yes, no problem.
Okay, I can drop a window in there, send it to you guys.
Is that on the south elevation?
Yes,
To the south
That's not
elevation.
elevation.
in between the two existing windows.
Okay, so if you wanna just wait on the line and we'll bring you back. And you can show us that plan and you can email it to me so we can approve it tonight.
Yeah, I can email it to you. Yeah. And I'll stay on the line also.
Great, thanks.
All right, thank you.
Alright.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Yep.
Would you mind, what's your email address? I'm not sure exactly what it is.
Yep, it's Daisy, DAISY, @miningcastle.org.
Daisy, I have a question while you're transitioning to the next review. Is it better to be there in person? I didn't realize you could come in person.
You
'Cause I
you
could-
have the option, it really doesn't affect anything, but except for if there's any changes that need to be made, you could do them here on the spot, or like we're giving him the option to come back at the end of the meeting and show us the revised plan.
Very flat.
Okay, I see.
And they kind of angle at the ends, and there was a weird, there's a clean porch, but this was colliding with the house in my opinion. So I think it's not that I was against the flat roof, it's just trying to make it work with the house. I think they did two options, I'm not sure.
Yeah, they give you two options. They really want the first.
Yeah,
Okay, so this is 540 King Street, it's a return.
right,
Let me see if the architect is here.
physically there?
Yeah, he was here last meeting. Or the representative.
No, the representative.
Yeah.
The neighborhood.
Yeah.
What do you guys say about this?
It was the drawings all wrong. And they're still wrong, which upsets me.
Hello,
How are you?
how you guys doing? Good, good.
Hey, good.
you represent the owner, but you're not the architect. I
Sure.
remember.
We're not the owner, we're not the owner.
Okay.
Good evening, you're Elizabeth.
We are back.
Yes, okay.
So we try to incorporate, we had them incorporate the items we discussed last time.
Some of the kind of original detailing and
Yeah, they're actually gonna do Queen Anne style details around the back of the house.
Right.
To kind of incorporate it, we added the windows. They should,
Shutters.
Yes,
But again, my concern is who's ever doing these drawings never really looked at the house. Never really went out there. This roof comes back around, so these are not on the same plane. They show a window being replaced, but it doesn't show up here. So I'm a little confused, so we can't really approve anything that's not, they're showing two different conflicting things. We can't,
this would be considered photos.
so if you go to the demolition plan,
They are leaving in a powder room, the window plus in the pantry room, also they're leaving.
so here
they're
it says
leaving the window.
window to be replaced.
Yeah,
this was the last.
And they're showing a window staying there. So there's two windows here,
right.
okay?
That was the last one.
And then if you go over here, and there's also a roof above this.
It's like, yeah, have like a quarter of a roof right now.
Well, it's the
not a-
return of the porch roof.
Yes,
So if you go to,
that's
if you go to that drawing, you see one window here,
right.
there's no window here, and there's no roof shown.
you can kind of see the,
Yeah.
see the wrapper around.
And so there's another, I believe that's where the other window is. That's the bathroom window. No, that's a different
No.
house.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, that's all right.
No, it's the
No, it's different.
No, this has got a different roof.
Oh, this has a different roof here on the back. What's going on there? Metal roof? Why is the bottom part of the roof metal?
Is this, where did you get this one?
This is from the last submission.
42.
Oh, it's not this, it's the one next to the yellow one. That might be,
Not there it is.
yeah. So see, you have two windows here,
Yes.
Right.
and you say you're gonna keep that one, but you don't show it here.
I think one is going bye-bye because of the pantry.
Okay, but the drawings don't show that. The drawings show two windows staying, I believe. This is where
What is this going to show?
it shows,
That
One.
existing window.
right, but the
And then
the demolition shows something
No,
replaced
these are
here.
two new windows. There's
Right.
two. and
So the drawings,
But they do show the two new windows on that elevation.
right, but the one window they say to be replaced is not being replaced, it's actually being
Or
covered
maybe
over.
maybe the terminology is.
No, well, it's just,
Mhm.
alright, so we can look at what they're doing,
Mhm.
but again, I think the the elevation is just not, it's not accurate, there's actually a roof there. And as I said in the last, presentation, it just, as we do in all presentations, we think, blank walls are, not aesthetically pleasing for the town, and we'd like to have windows where we can. So I understand you're not changing that wall, but this wall, I think you could still fit a window there. I know you have a bathroom and
It's a bathroom.
Yeah,
Like a
it's a
shower.
bathroom, you're not
You know,
gonna be
this
able,
space is actually
they are
small.
very, like, they are 6'4",
Mhm.
so they need like a larger shower. And that wall is basically two heads, for the shower end of it. And then you have the toilet. And the toilet has a little window, but
no, it doesn't.
Yeah, on this side. it does.
yeah, it does.
Not the toilet, no, I'm sorry.
No, the toilet room doesn't
In the
have a
back.
window.
Yes,
So why couldn't we ask that we put a window there? I mean, that's all new. That's all new construction.
you mean you want a window by the.
Yes, just because you end up with such a long expansive blank wall. So this is all new, so you're putting a blank new wall there.
Actually,
What-
there's supposed to be a window there,
So
on the toilet. I
It-
know,
it should
but
be-
can
no,
you
it's-
help us out a little bit, because
Well-
there are young people with 2 children, they're paying 2 mortgages. And whatever you need to do,
Well, we would ask
you know
this
what I mean?
person here who did the
I know,
drawings,
I
we
know.
could ask if they're minor comments to mark it up tonight.
Absolutely, yeah.
Mark it up tonight,
Yeah,
we'll look at it again at the end of the meeting tonight.
okay.
But we don't think, I'm not sure if you can do that, because you'll be just drawing things and you're not the architect or
You
engineer.
didn't assign the
That-
drawing.
Correct.
No, I understand, but
I mean, the owner should be really upfront with the engineer who's doing these drawings, that they're not up to par. They're just not that consistent or
Well,
correct.
we're missing that section you're saying.
Well,
like you
you're
said.
missing this roof here, which
Okay, so
affects
we
how
can-
we see this elevation. You're
Right.
missing a window there that you say exists, but
Okay,
it doesn't. And if it doesn't exist, we'd like to have a window there.
it's, I swear to you, it's definitely a window in a toilet, because I remember talking to them and they.
But it's
it's
not
not being
there.
shown, so.
It's not being shown, so we can't approve something that's not there.
Okay,
And we can't go on your word.
So basically, we're gonna show this window, gotta show the roof line.
Show the roof line, and then some, you know, the other thing that bothers me is this window shifted all over from the window above. It would look much nicer if it was under that window, and I know there's probably something about the kitchen that is.
The
yes,
kitchen
I'm gonna
is-
show you the kitchen, so it looks actually nice. The problem is, like, from the kitchen, like we talked about last time, you're looking right at the other guy's
The
living
neighbor.
room. It's,
We put opaque
they
glass
feel
in it
very
then.
comfortable.
Put opaque glass in the window.
Well, it's here,
Okay.
it's here what they're
So
doing.
this is what the kitchen looks like.
We can see
The
what
two
it looks like here.
windows.
Is that a rendering of it?
Yeah,
Is-
I'm sorry, my
Oh, you
phone
rotated it.
bounces around. I mean, we're gonna do everything that you wanna do, because that's not even a
It,
question.
it looks like there's some, well, it looks like the windows are a different scale than these. I mean, this, I think would be.
Yeah, that rendering is off, you know
That's just-
what I
that's
mean,
just,
it's the
yeah,
way
it's just a
the
concept.
shot is, the concept.
So just aesthetically and how you organize the windows, you know, just haphazardly, I don't think there's any reason why you couldn't
Shift that over.
shift this one in. You'd probably have to shift this one in a little bit, but maybe this one now will align with the bathroom window, I don't know.
Okay,
So we need somebody with an eye who did the drawings to, one, first of all, draw it accurately, what you're changing, what you're proposing, but then also, if you're proposing a window there, make it work within the composition of everything else. And I, you know, sympathize with what you're doing, but it's, who's ever doing these drawings could have gotten it right this time. I mean, the first set of drawings were inadequate, completely inadequate. This one could have been correct, but it's not.
Well,
I'd like to,
let's incorporate these changes.
I'd like, it'd be nice to see, there's a nice rafter tail detail here along the edge of the roof line that kind of ties into the idea of the house and its origins and stuff, and it'd be nice to see that reflected on any of the drawings, but to make sure that that detail is followed through
Do they have it up here?
to the back of the house, which I don't think it is.
See those?
But that would be one of the key details that would tie the new portion of the building to the old portion of the building.
Right, so the rafter tails, these things
Yeah.
show up,
Mhm.
and it would be nice, you know, again, to bring that language around and make it a consistent design.
okay.
And from this detail right here that you're showing, or the engineer's drawing, there, it won't get done that way. It won't be built that way.
Well, you know, actually, these don't have gutters, that's why.
Mhm. That's what I was just gonna say,
Yeah,
they don't have gutters.
But you could still have it, I mean, this one, does that have gutters? No,
no,
actually, the house doesn't have gutters.
Doesn't
no,
have
the
gutters.
house does not have gutters.
Yeah. Are you gonna put gutters on that new part? Actually, the house doesn't have gutters anywhere. Well, except down there.
That's the portion I think that down there is portion.
So that would be something we might wanna look at,
Okay,
to try to tie the details of the house,
okay,
the new portion and the old portion together.
okay.
And I do appreciate that, I think they did bring around one of those little decorative elements on the back of
Yes,
Yeah.
that's,
the.
yeah. It's a very odd lot, like the house is skinny
Yeah, I know,
and long.
I know, it's a long yard.
And like the driveway, literally the other house is like the edge of the driveway and the side.
Right.
And you could, see through, and very little land on the left side, so you see those two homes, that they are, actually, this home is a lot better than the other two, because the other two look horrible. And then we have a beautiful land in the back.
Yeah.
You wanna take the house and, like I said to you,
No, I
move
know,
it.
I know, I know.
You know, it's
I know.
so,
No, I
in
get
the
it,
front of the house,
I get it.
you have no
It
turns
looks
or
like a cute
anything.
house.
Well, that's.
It's a
It is.
very good
It is
house and
very
it's
good.
very young people and they adore the house and they're gonna do really beautiful things inside, garden, and all that.
Well, yeah, and that's what we
And
like,
they
the
are so
outside,
nervous.
we would like the outside to
Exactly,
keep what's still nice and charming about the
Yeah.
original house.
yeah,
And unfortunately, what's happened over time is you can see some things have been built out and they weren't too sensitive to the front,
right.
but this is our job, is to
No,
sure,
we
I
make sure
truly
it brings it all back.
understand.
We understand.
We just,
We
they
try
like
to, we
so
try to.
freaked out, you have no idea.
Well,
They just wanna get a permit to start working.
No, I
because
understand, but
they're
ne-
spending so much money.
Next time, make them come here, the engineers,
They
whoever
will
did
not
the
come.
drawings. Well, they can come on Zoom.
Yeah, we can do some.
They could,
Hopefully.
The next
little-
meeting is on April 19th, so I need the revised plans by
By
the
the
12th,
Yeah,
Yeah, I got it.
please.
yeah, and
Thank you for helping us.
Okay, so we'll see you then.
Thank you.
sorry.
That's okay.
That's okay.
All right, have a good evening.
Yep, you too, thank you.
have a good one, happy holiday.
Yeah.
You as well.
The next one is another return, this is for 14 Rose Lane.
Is this with the letter?
Yes.
Oh, yes, this one doesn't track.
Yeah.
It's not looking on the TV.
Original house.
I know.
Christopher, is that the last one?
That's the
So I have this
second
one.
to last one.
I have this one.
Yeah, I can explain.
Okay.
Since Brendan wasn't here, do you wanna just go over the flat roof version first?
Yeah, sure.
Do you want to see that first?
Sure.
These are pictures.
I also have a letter from you. You really have it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Are they on the line?
They can't be,
Oh, okay.
unfortunately. Which is why they wrote the letter. The original version is.
This one, is it this one?
The original, Brendan actually. Yeah.
So, the client prefers the room, which is ultimately gonna be screened, gonna do roll screens, with the addition at the edge of the house, in between the terrace and this little portion of deck.
Right.
They want the access of the existing, not relocating the existing walkway and maintaining the existing cherry blossom trees, which occur right here.
Right.
So we sort of kept the footprint of the deck. Obviously, you had this spot for the barbecue. And then the idea is that they can access the house more directly from this way.
Right.
And the ultimate screen porch or roll screen porch will be a destination as opposed to a pass through.
Sure.
And
Between the old and the new, is the footprint the same of the porch?
yes, they're the same
So
size.
my main problem is that the flat roof and the detailing of that just looks like it didn't belong to the house. But this one does. Without reading their letter, do they have a problem going with this one?
Well, I think they do like the flat roof because they feel, so their feeling is that the flat roof. So the pitched roof obviously makes sense because the roof of the house is pitched, but then it also sort of conflict, I mean, you have the double gable with the cricket in between, which I did mention before that we had it, and I didn't realize
Yeah,
you
you
could bring
did
more
have-
than one version in that.
Right, well, you had a cricket with the flat roof, I think, right? You had something weird going on there.
Ultimately, because the ultimate height of the roof has to be higher than the eave height
Right.
because of the overhang.
Right,
And
so here you brought the eave line, it looks like at least to meet
yes.
that, and it just looks, to be honest, it looks so much better. And bringing it around just makes so much more, this elevation makes so much more sense to me. A cricket is a cricket, I mean, that's the way
It's-
you resolve it.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining about the deck, I'm not complaining about the size of the screen porch, it was just really the roof that bothered me.
Yeah.
This looks so much better. And I think, you know, I assume you're probably doing EPDM on the flat roof versus shingles on that, I mean, you know, I don't think you're increasing the cost, but the aesthetic value is so much better. With this, it looks like, as Travis says, it looks like it belongs to the house. And that's, you know, again, I'm not complaining anything about the circulation or everything, I think
Yeah.
that's fine, it's just the resolution of the roof, and I think it's so much better here.
Okay.
But does that conflict with anything you're saying here, other than that?
Other than I mean, ultimately, they prefer the flat roof. I mean, you could obviously, if you're okay with the pitched roof and how it integrates,
Yes,
then
I'm fine with it, I mean,
just trying to think of what else they, sorry with the flat. They thought the flat roof was more simpler and doesn't conflict with the body of the building. And some of these structures, are, I mean, I sometimes they're separated, obviously, but you know.
I mean, if this was a separate deck with a flat roof, then, you know, maybe that, I could see that, but if
I think
it's-
we even had that conversation the last time.
Yeah.
About if it was gonna be flat, can we just move it away from the building versus?
Yeah, but I just think this looks just so much like it's part of the house or just grew with the house versus the other piece. And again, the deck is fine, the shape of the screen porch is fine, it won't change their use of it, it's just really the resolution of the roof is what we, you know, what we look at.
All right.
And you don't have the bracket details on the new design either, which also fits
Yeah.
better.
So my comment is I would approve this one rather than that one.
I'm in agreement, I think this looks like it was a part of the original house. to tell you
It's
the
a
truth.
big improvement, so I'm, if it's okay with you, we could approve this.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'll certainly go, you know, obviously advocating for them, and
Right, no,
so
I understand.
I will definitely relay that to them, and then,
I mean, this looks like you took our comments and
yes.
improved it, so that's kind of what we like.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's interfering with anything. Crickets are a pretty normal thing in architecture. I've done a few myself, so.
Okay, well, I'll bring it back to them and.
We
So,
approved it as long
If
as,
you'd like, I can stamp the one that they are approving. If they're not in agreement with it, if you want to return again with the homeowner
Okay,
at the next meeting, that's up to you for them to discuss it with them.
all right, so,
If you're okay with that.
Yeah.
The board,
oh, the board.
Stanley, you guys are okay with
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Okay, all
Is
right.
that okay?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
Yeah.
All right.
so I'm gonna stamp that approved.
Yep.
And then you get back to me,
Okay,
alright?
yeah, and I'll need to coordinate that drawing with the original drawing.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, does the gable conflict with the skylight? I just read something there.
Well,
I don't think it
this,
does.
so this design, when I went back and met with them,
Yeah,
this is a recent roof overlay with a plan overlay,
Right.
and I mean, I don't think it will, and we could even modify the pitch to slightly, so I wouldn't know the difference if that was the case.
yeah, and it'd be nice if it matched, was it matching the house? I
It does match.
mean, it'd be nice, obviously, to keep
Yeah.
it, so, okay, that's all I gotta say.
Okay, thank you very
Yeah,
much.
that-
This
yeah.
is a good night.
And the
Yeah, thank
elevation
you.
didn't look like that from us at all.
I'm not even gonna give this to Tom yet, I'll wait to hear back from them.
Okay.
So the next
Consider
application,
that goes with that package.
with this one, or two more?
That's the original.
Yeah. Still fine.
Okay, so the next one is 55 Taylor.
Can we switch to 9? 'Cause
Yeah.
I have the only.
Sure. Okay, so we're gonna go to 9 Grace.
No, okay.
Sit on this side?
Yeah, sure.
This is the actual house.
Okay. Are these neighbors?
Those are neighbors,
Okay.
okay. There's a little topography to help out, or a little. So so what we're looking to do is just create a little bit more room for the homeowner here. Change the style a little bit more modern, some black windows, some white siding. Add a front porch to it and just create a garage area that's more usable underneath it.
So you're just going to the east, it looks like?
Yeah, to the right side.
So from this point or from the chimney over?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So the addition.
Yep.
Okay.
Create a little front porch, 'cause she's got a nice little hilltop view, so to sit on the front.
Okay.
And then dress up the front, we're gonna actually paint the brick white, just give it a nice look with the board and batten siding.
And the board and batten is gonna be white? also?
Yes.
The door frame is the same size as the existing?
Yes, it's the same location, same size. It was a better option to go, instead of up, to go out to the side.
Yeah. Can you explain the reasoning for the shape of the metal roof?
Yeah, because it's going so far deep. If you go to the roof plan, yeah, definitely. That'll answer it.
Thank you for doing
Yep,
that.
so it starts here and it has to ride all the way up. And what I'm doing is riding it all the way up to this ridge to cover the side and then.
But it stops somewhere around here?
Correct, yes. On that part of the roof in the front, and then with the addition, because it's further back, has to go further back. So go back to the front
So it's
elevation.
gonna ride
It's gonna ride.
higher on that.
Yep.
But then you're switching to asphalt over here.
Yeah, so it's gonna ride, hit this part to wrap around with the porch, and then to make it look symmetrical, I placed a peak there with the windows.
Oh, I see, this is actually further. down.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I like the metal roof, it was just like a metal roof,
Yeah.
I just got bits and pieces of it.
So then on this backside, you're not doing that?
More of an accent.
Okay.
But I had a tough time trying to figure out how to work that, and that was the best solution for me.
Okay.
Without creating crickets and spots for water to sit.
Although the ridge detail of the standing seam?
Mhm.
The ridge detail of the standing seam is gonna look different, right?
Well, we'll probably stop it short, so it maybe has a little bit more roof. I'm gonna play around with the pitch a little bit, but if we need to do a cap with the ridge at a metal, we'll do it for that section.
Right, so you're gonna have a metal cap and then suddenly you're gonna have probably a vented ridge.
Yeah, if we don't do, with the stretch code, I think I need to do spray foam insulation, so no
So you don't
ridge
need
cap,
it.
no.
So you don't need it. Okay, but then again, it is a different angle and it's a different plane.
Yes.
Okay. Alright. I'm okay. Just a quick thing on the back looks like there's a big blank wall over there. Is there any way to get out a window?
Yeah, that was my one
Here.
concern.
That's my only, after you explain the roof, that's really my concern.
I know it's a walk-in closet. You can certainly
I mean, daylight,
possibly do
daylight's always nice to look at
opaque,
your clothes and.
opaque windows if you're worried about privacy.
Can I say it's the back and we're really not gonna see a window there? If it was the front, I would definitely argue for a window, but because it's a closet in the back.
We say that for everybody. Even if they say nobody's gonna ever see it.
I'm okay with the window in the closet.
I think you would, I mean, we always think windows and daylight are valuable, especially if you're looking at the color of your clothes, but can you just put even a small window somewhere in there? We really frown upon just blank walls like that, especially on the new edition.
Okay.
Okay, let's take a look at the.
Oh, yeah.
Can we do a square, small square window?
Just,
Or could we
I think anything's.
balance out whatever similar to that?
I think anything's better than that.
I'm thinking just doing like a small square window.
Yeah, that's fine.
for your-
yeah, I mean, you good with that?
Small square window, yeah.
So a small square window here?
Yeah, and I think you could probably find some space if you lose any type of wall system, cabinet system.
Yeah.
You can find another couple square feet on the other walls, but
We'll make that the shoe rack and she just buys less shoes, no problem.
I mean, I've also done just a little bench seat, so if you want to sit down.
Yeah, but a
Shoes on
small
or
square
something.
window, and I could draw on the plan if you like,
Yeah, if you want to do
Yeah,
that,
that'd be
and then just wait here and come back.
on the next one, so.
He's the next one.
Okay. So after that,
Drawing.
after that one, and then, so you can, if you mark that up, I think it's.
Just on the one plan?
On those two plans right there.
I can go on.
yeah, that'll be a nice addition. That'll be a nice addition to
Yeah.
the house.
Yeah, I mean, we bought the
You're right.
smallest house on the block with the intent that someday we'd have to eventually do this, so
Yeah.
the someday has come.
Yeah, it'll be nice.
Good?
Yeah.
Alright, so if we throw the window in, you guys are giving everything else?
Yep.
Alright, thank you.
Yeah.
Alright, thanks, Deb.
Talk to you later.
Stacy. Alright, take care.
I'll just get those in the back.
Okay, and if you need anything else from me, let me know, right?
Okay. The next one is 55 Taylor.
Yeah, we just. Thanks.
Is this the house?
That is the house, yeah. Look at this blank wall. We're gonna fix that.
Put a window there.
We're gonna put something else there, for sure.
Okay.
We can improve it.
So what we're looking to do with this one is, what's that?
Yeah, I already see a door.
We're gonna extend this out and create like a little covered porch area,
Okay.
because they're planning to do a future pool and also extend the deck. So this application's for extending this part of the roof to create a covered porch and deck extension.
Okay, and then, so the covered porch is gonna cover that blank wall, I suppose?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're not, there's no access, no, there's no access between the wall and the road?
Yeah, that door.
Oh, that's the door, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And it would be here, right?
Oh, why is it not showing on that? Yeah, it's right there.
Okay,
Yes.
Mark that out.
We're gonna mark that up.
Okay.
How's that?
See, it wasn't me, it wasn't me,
No,
it was you.
you're right, yeah.
It wasn't me, it was you.
Yeah, there's a door there.
Okay, alright, I'm fine with it. As long as you,
I can mark that up.
okay, you got two
Yeah.
things.
One second, I'm
Okay,
marking up a lot tonight.
That's a,
I mean, what do you guys think?
yeah, I think it's a nice, a pretty simple project.
Yeah.
Matches the house.
Here's another here. Yeah, I'll mark this one as well. I can't believe it freaking grabbed the door.
You wanna just sign these?
Initial?
You can
Initial.
initial it, yeah.
And double it.
It's an official.
In purple
So we
pen.
can find it.
We don't accept purple pen. Today only. All right, today only. You blame it on the drafter.
I'm going to, believe me. The last thing I wanna do is come back and forth to an architecture review board for a door, right? Bubble and the other one I'll take in the back and just do it, so you can take over that. Well, thanks for your help, sir.
Yep, thanks.
Be right back.
Alright, so the next one,
Steve on that, right?
Steve is the one on the phone, yes. 55 Dumbo. I think the homeowner is on. Jacobs. Is anyone on for 55 Dumbo Drive? It was on earlier.
Personally.
Yeah, he was on there earlier.
Yeah, no. Alright, we'll come back to it. Are you ready, Bill?
I might be, yes. See how it goes.
Hey, Bill.
It's late at night, right? How you doing, gentlemen?
I think I saw you at the one project there on King Street.
Oh, yeah?
Were you there this weekend? Or no, was
I was
it?
there a day or two ago, and yes,
Yeah,
over
maybe.
the weekend. Yeah,
I saw you walking around.
yeah, and just seeing how everything's going.
Yeah, how's it going? Good?
Fine. Yeah, if you all have a chance to go visit that's a 300 King Street one,
Yep.
yeah, if you can visit that, there's just interesting things to see. You know, that's a passive house level building, and it's just it's always fascinating how those things are coming out. So they're doing a great job. They're almost done. So it'll be a nice thing when they finish.
Do they have people for all the units?
They're gonna, the way they have to go the same way that the Conifer project, the same way the project at Chapel Crossing, the county, well, there's a Housing Action Council will advertise in various communities, the availability. There's only 2 units, so.
There's only 2?
There's only 2. This is for the old Village Nursery building.
Yeah, right. I thought
Yeah,
there were more
it's
than 2.
Upper and a lower unit, but they're going to be for sale, which is absolutely the better way that affordable housing should be done, is for sale units, so that people get the opportunity to earn equity in what they're living in, as opposed to paying rent.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm sure they'll go fast, and it'd be nice to be able to be doing more.
That's good.
Nice.
So thanks for
Excellent.
asking. But by the way, so we're here about 74 DeVoe Road. The homeowner, Stephen Stricker, is on the call, the meeting as well, if we need to have him weigh in. This is a 1-story home. I've got, sorry, let me share on the screen. You'll see the aerial view, the property in the middle. It's kind of a bit of a sprawling 1-story ranch home that's had several additions done to it over the years. At one point, a prior owner had horses that they had on the property. So there's a big riding area in the rear yard, a detached barn.
The riding arena is not there anymore, is it?
It's still there. The fence is still there. They're not
Okay.
using it. They're not, they don't have any horses on the property anymore, so it's not in use, but that, the fencing is still there. So, here, I'll, cycle down. Here's the front, picture from DeVoe Road, of the home. You can sort of see the core original home, here in the center. The far right end was originally the garage, and that got converted by the prior owner into a den. And they built this detached garage to the left, as well as this breezeway to connect. I think those got built in the mid 80s, I believe. And even you see the detached barn behind in the distance. Here's the rear of the home. Somewhat stylistically varying. The original ranch style home, the alteration that was done in the 80s had sort of punched windows with this horizontal siding. I think the windows got updated. They're black frames now there. And at the far left end, hard to see, is a nice 1980s family room. Here are the neighboring homes, fairly well. The rest of the homes in the neighborhood are 2-story colonial style. By the way, this was the home on immediately to the left of the property we're working on. This is the home immediately to the right. Somewhat unfortunate, Dutch colonial style second floor that was added probably to the original colonial home or a ranch style home.
Yeah.
This is the colonial style home across the street, and in fact we're underway with an alteration to this home, hopefully making you guys approved it. Some nice improvements, a new front porch and better overhang and the like, but that's somewhat the same style as what the house will come out to look like. So pretty much a colonial style neighborhood. What we're doing here, and maybe it's easier just to go to the floor plan. We are enlarging the rear left bedroom. Somehow we didn't get the dashed lines here. There's the existing walls about halfway through this room that's showing now. So we're widening, enlarging this existing bedroom in the back. Otherwise, the rest of the footprint of the house remains the same, and we're really doing a alteration, renovation all on the interior, reconfiguring bathrooms, renovating bathrooms. There's the primary bedroom and bathroom is in the front. Taking an open sort of den room and making it into a walk-in closet, reconfiguring the location of this hallway to the primary bedroom. In the back here, retaining the 2 kids' bedrooms, and then doing alterations to the bathroom, making a new laundry room here. So, for the most part, it's all just interior reconfigurations within the existing footprint, save for somewhat enlarging this bedroom on the back. However, as a result of doing those alterations in interior, we are changing the window configuration, and I'll show you that in a second. One important part of the recognizing what we're trying to do with the exterior is realizing that the entrance to the house is, if you can see my cursor here, to the right side of the home. That's the original entrance. And so going from what was the reconfigured driveway, new garage, you walk past the primary bedroom to get to the front entrance, and that walkway is just go back to the front of the front elevation of the house. You can see the sort of in the foreground here, the sidewalk going from the garage driveway over to the front door goes right in front of the the primary bedroom. And then there's a sort of a little landscaped area with a walkway to this breezeway. Most people coming to the house are going to go in through these breezeway doors. So this side wall of the primary bedroom is, sort of a highly trafficked view, and as well as the front wall of the primary bedroom. So the owners would like to take out the windows there, and we're going to talk about a blank wall. And I've heard you bring up walls on other applications, so I know that's a sensitive topic.
You're prepping us for that in the past 4 minutes.
Yes, right. We listen. But I just wanted to give you the reason why they were eliminating those walls. And I'm sorry, I do have better pictures of the side of the house. If you can see towards the rear is a big wall in the existing, a big window, I should say, in the existing bathroom, which makes no sense at all. A smaller window in the existing bedroom space, and then this big bay window in the existing bedroom. So we were proposing taking out these side windows, putting in a new large skylight on the roof to get daylight into the bathroom, and then adding a trellis to the wall, side wall, so we don't have a totally blank wall, but having a landscape trellis there so that this garden area can be improved and the wall becomes a backdrop for the garden. We're taking out this bay window and replacing it with a combination of larger casement window and 2 small side windows. I'll show you that. In this little courtyard area here, this existing den, as we mentioned, we're turning that into a walk-in closet. So those 3 larger windows are coming out and 1 smaller window in the middle for that walk-in closet. So that's sort of the alteration zone, exterior changes we're making on this. But again, no wall, the wall configuration stays the same, the roof stays the same. And I might again point out on the back, this is where that new bedroom is going to get enlarged. It's going to come over pretty much to where this breezeway doors start, that sort of wall line there. So that corner gets enlarged and filled in. This wing stays the same, and that's but we're altering the wall here, and I'll show you that plan in the first floor. And go back here again. So again, in the primary bedroom, we're enlarging the bathroom, but taking out that large window in the bathroom and adding a large skylight to the roof. And then in the primary bedroom, that side wall becomes the wall for the bed. And we take out the bay window and have the kind of a replacement of somewhat equal area of glass, but in a sort of configuration that the owner appreciates in terms of the style of it. We're also going to install a new glass door to get out to this little courtyard area. And then, as I mentioned, taking out the 3 windows that are in this wall for this, what's an existing den, and replacing with 1 window, and then converting that den to a closet. Again, I'll point out in the back, this side wall where there's presently 1 window in this side wall, we're putting new closets along that wall. And then where there are 2 separate windows on the rear wall, putting 3 windows together facing the rear. There's a sliding door right now out of this back bedroom to this patio area. We're taking that out and just blanking out that wall, or that section of the wall. Also blanking out a window in this bathroom. Not showing here, will be a new skylight in the roof here, and then introducing a window for this laundry area. So sorry for the sort of more complicated description. I want to show you these elevations then. And
You're bumping up by the chimney a little bit and putting a window on the.
Oh, yes, thank you. I didn't mention that. Maybe I'll go back to the plan. Right now, there's a stair to the basement here in the middle of the kitchen, basically. So we're going to take out that stair. Above that stair, very oddly, there's walls around that stair and a door here. There's a pull down ladder to go up into the attic. So you pull down that ladder, and the bottom of the ladder goes right to the door that would go down to the basement steps. And so it's a sort of very odd, not safe condition for that pull down ladder. So we're taking out that stair and pull down ladder and installing a new stair to the basement and stair up to the attic. So the stair up to the attic ends up coming through the roof right here and up, behind the chimney. So I'll show you that that part of it. Here you can generally see that side wall. Maybe I'd rather show you the front elevation first. And I'll maybe make this a little smaller so we can see all the elevations. Actually, I probably should go here first. This is our whole front elevation. You see, so the alterations we're making to the, taking out that bay window and adding in, enlarge this a bit here, adding in that the double casement and 2 smaller side windows. We're also then changing the siding. There's an existing wood siding that's deteriorating in several places due to water conditions. And so we're going to replace that with hardy plank siding. It's just necessary to do as well for the window changes we're trying to make. And then also introducing vertical board and batten in the gables so that, maintain the horizontal siding that's the same as the existing, and then introducing board and batten vertical in the gables. Pointing out, then this is that wall where we're taking out 3 larger windows and putting in the 1 window. You see here this sort of perspective view. There's 1 window right now in this wall. We're kind of taking that out, obviously putting in a door to the exterior in the back corner of that. So those are those changes in the front. To that side, again, popping back up. And I'll just try to move around the elevations. Here's that side wall where we're taking out the large window for the bathroom and the small window into the bedroom, making that a blank wall for the reason that I explained, and then adding a trellis onto or a lattice panel, I should say, onto that wall as we're making the new garden area there. On the rear, you see here is that side wall facing the patio. There's a large sliding glass door in this area right now that we're removing as that becomes the bedroom, and really for the reason of, since this is the patio area, the owners didn't want to have people standing on the patio looking straight into that bedroom. So taking out that window, but then on the rear wall, you can see it easily in this perspective up here, adding 3 windows to the rear wall of the bedroom for the view out there and for light. This 1 window that we would install in the corner is for the laundry area. And again, there's a bathroom here and the bedroom here. So the skylight is to bring daylight into that bathroom. Lastly, just the rear elevation. This part is the rear elevation. So the new enlarged bedroom, second bedroom here with the triple windows, and then the existing footprint of the bedroom number 3, taking out 2 separate windows here and putting in a triple window there. That's the short of my description of everything. Do you have questions?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we're gonna harp on the lack of windows, and I think, I understand why this is one option, but I think you're kind of starting this language of higher square windows. I don't mind the square window in the walk-in closet being there, at least you have something there. Why couldn't you bring 3 windows around the primary bedroom, 2 above the bed nightstands, and then 1 in the bathroom, all equally spaced, where you have your trellis, so at least you have something there. I think I'd much rather have direct western light than have a skylight, which, is never great for energy efficiency.
Is
And
this?
a big 4x4 skylight's gonna leak like a sieve, you know that. And you're Mr. Energy Conservation, so.
Oh, I know. Oh, yeah, leak in the terms of energy efficiency. Well, as I was watching the prior presentations and hearing a lot of not great comments about blank walls, I threw.
You have 3
out
equal windows.
3 equal windows. Stanley,
Okay.
you're brilliant.
And then I think.
Also, I want to give the owner Steve acknowledgement, because he was also thinking that. So
Well, you'll appreciate the western sun coming in at certain times of the season. You could put pebbled glass in the bathroom, so you never really have to look in.
I was just gonna
So-
say, you can use some privacy glass in either the lower panes or the whole thing. I mean, it's
right.
It's not always a window is not always something to look through.
Right.
So what you're doing here, I would also suggest that on the other side with the patio, put high enough windows so you have the privacy, but now you get the eastern light through those bedrooms.
Here.
It might not work, you probably can't equally space them, the laundry one looks bigger than the others.
Well, we could make the laundry one match that. I think that would be the right thing to do, right? I think
Yeah,
that.
it definitely would.
I was trying to show 30-inch square ones here,
Yeah,
just to try to keep the sill line a little high.
right, and by the time you're on grade, my head would definitely be below that.
Right.
Not you, but yeah.
Would you, so if we said doing the same pattern here, I can add those in.
If it works with your plan.
Hey, Bill.
Yeah, Steve, actually, Stanley, Steve and the owners here. Yeah, Steven, go ahead.
So I'm good with the front 3. I get it. It's the community saying the front. I get it if we have to add the windows in the front. The back, there's an elevated deck over there. It's where we're hanging out all the time, right? It's just help me out with that. I get it, but it's exterior. It's not.
And the deck is gonna be what, 6 inches below the first floor, I guess?
Yeah, it's fair. It's a deck, but it's at grade. It's really still a patio / terrace. Just happen to be wood.
I mean, is there another, if it's not 3 windows on that elevation, could you do 1 longer, higher window on the bedroom? Don't do it in the bathroom?
I mean, realistically, there's going to be a TV probably hanging on that wall. So, I mean, whatever window goes there will be covered by an exterior television. So,
An exterior television.
You mean a television on here? Sorry, I'll try to get that plan here, Steven. You're saying
how about this?
in
I
area
get that.
you
Yeah, I
would
mean,
have a
Bill, we
TV.
spoke about it before. I mean, I get the whole front of the house. I get it. The community, we want to make sure everything looks great, and we're trying to improve, homes as we refurbish them. But, the exterior of the house, I mean, it's a bedroom, it's a kid's bedroom. It's right off the back deck area where people are. It's just not something that we were looking to add windows to.
If you mirrored the laundry room window over to the opposite side of right there, would that be high? Is the sill height's what, at least 3 feet?
Yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah.
I mean, again, every project I think we've mentioned tonight, and we always do, is just about the blank walls, even if nobody else sees them. I think it's just, especially if you're touching that part of the house, we'd always like to see something there. I understand you're taking out a big sliding door, but I'd be okay if you put that laundry room window and mimicked it on the other side. And you can get rid of, well, I guess you have to keep the skylight because you don't have anything in the bathroom.
Right. I was just trying to.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
that's,
hate that.
that's the outline of the trim.
Yeah, and again,
I mean,
and
if you
again,
put a TV in the blank spot, I understand, but I think this just looks better already. So
Steve, what
I'm
do you think?
and again,
I think it looks good.
opaque glass can
Alright.
be used where you don't, where you will have your privacy. And
No,
again,
guys, it looks good. And it's
So
it's good. It's where the sun rises. It would look nice. So
Okay, so we're
deal.
I guess, Bill, do we have time to mark this up?
I can add these this way if I can just email that with these added in and put a note here, windows added, during the ARB meeting, I can email that to Daisy.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Okay,
So the 3 on the other side and this one, and then I think we're
This
good.
one.
And it's up to you if you want to get rid of that skylight in the other bathroom.
Yeah, okay, we'll debate that.
Okay,
Okay,
all right, thanks, guys.
thank you very
Thank you.
much. All right, gentlemen, have a good night. Bye-bye.
let me see if Louis ready.
yeah, he's been sitting out there.
Okay.
So is it,
I'm sorry,
First
just-
guy wants to come back.
yeah, that's when you're gonna do something.
The first guy was gonna come back.
Here's the window.
I should see the window.
Oh, yeah, the window,
Okay.
yes.
A small window in the
Small
bathroom.
window.
You guys
Small window in the
okay?
bathroom.
Okay.
You made the change. Oh, hey, you came in.
had a bad connection with them.
Oh, okay, good. No problem.
So I added a window on the plan in the closet,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
just a square window,
Yep.
24 by 24.
Sure.
And then on the rear elevation, I'll show it as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
excellent.
Yep, good.
This was 9 Grace, right?
Yep.
Thank you
Thanks.
for doing that.
Have a good night,
Good
guys.
night.
So you got the plan?
Uh,
I think you got the email, it's just send it off, you just phone it right
Can you pull it up?
Okay, can you pull it up?
now. Michelle, are you here?
Maybe not.
We're gonna go with the next applicant
Okay,
and
no
then we'll come back.
No problem.
Okay, so this one is 55 Dunbar. Pictures.
Yeah.
Hi.
Oh,
Hey, Ron.
Sorry,
I just, I think I, before,
That's okay.
I think I looked at this one on,
Yeah, I did.
on the previous, or when you sent out the documents.
This is your first time, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
First
okay.
time.
Alright.
So the little studio in back.
Yeah, so I'm the owner, I guess drafts person, not the architect of record for the project, but I did do a lot of design work, so I don't. But quick history, I bought the house, obviously it's a modern house, from the architect, the widow of the architect. had this 16 by 16 foundation that was on site. Originally, when they submitted the permit for the house, it had a 2-story shop accessory structure. So it's just kind of sat there. It had a roof on it for a while, like they kind of use it as storage. So yeah, so I'm proposing,
So you're building on top of the old foundation?
Yep, yep.
And you're making something that looks like the house,
Yeah,
vertical siding?
yeah, the house is due, we're gonna re-side the house next year,
Yeah.
probably, so, but in a similar style, so a vertical cedar.
You have windows on each elevation?
Yeah, that's the sparsest, that's the north elevation, faces the woods.
This has a little driveway down?
Yeah, you can kind of see it here. I got one picture on the site plan. It's not, I'm not gonna use it, I don't know if they intended to use it as a garage, but I'm certainly not.
Yeah.
Like, it'll be for the lawnmower and,
Okay.
kids' bikes and that type of stuff.
Yeah, it's great.
It fits.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of an object in the landscape, it's not, you
It's in
can't.
keeping with the house, it's the same language. You're gonna use the same, just giant windows? I mean,
Yeah.
there's no mullions, there's no division?
No divided light,
Okay.
it's all
Okay.
casement.
No, I looked at this before, I'm fine with it.
I was impressed by the little detail, nice little
What is that?
ventilated
Wide
roof
Okay.
detail.
I learned from the house roof, which was not ventilated, like flat roof.
Yeah.
Flat roofs still need ventilation,
Just like what vintage is this house? 70s?
yeah,
60s,
I think the design is from the 70s. It was never really finished. I bought it in 2017.
Oh, it's an
and it-
architect designed it and lived in
Yeah,
it? Oh,
yeah,
that's
you know,
why.
like the cobbler's kids story, and still, I'm a builder and designer. I work for the federal government, so I'm not a registered architect, but I'm trained as an architect.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so
Yeah, EPDM's your friend.
yeah.
Yeah, nice,
90
that's like a nice little project, it'd be a nice studio.
Yeah, I'm excited to have some, I mean, the house is not big, so to have a little like breathing space. My shop used to be in the basement and then my wife's like, too loud, too dusty.
Then there's an art space above too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my wife is a fiber artist. I do painting, not from life, so I don't need northern light necessarily, but yes,
Okay.
it'll be whole mixed.
It all looks good.
All right, thank you.
Good, thanks.
Let me see if it's red oak is ready. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for what you do for the town.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yep, thank you.
It's no small thing.
Appreciate it.
Hello?
Hi, I'm still here.
Okay.
Alright, do you want to see what I?
Yeah, we'll just see that one elevation.
Alright, your screen. Alright, alright, there it is. Alright, here's the window and that elevation.
There you go.
Okay.
And,
Looks good.
It's shown on the drawing right here. Sorry. And switch the toilet and sink.
Okay.
Yeah,
So it's more
exactly.
simple. Okay.
All right, you're approved.
All right, if you can
Alright,
email that to me,
I actually.
Hey.
Can
Okay,
you tell me
great.
if you received it?
I will check. I'll check it.
All right. That's
All
it.
right? That's
Yep,
it.
that's it.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone.
All right,
Thank
thank
you.
you so much,
Yeah,
thanks a
thank you.
lot.
Good luck with
Thank
the
you.
house.
All right.
I want you to build it this time.
Yeah, we're gonna build, but we're gonna come back for the addition.
Oh, okay.
All right, we're gonna come
All right.
back.
Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye, Steve.